This David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try the run. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Got a man. It's Durham. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll run the screen. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
There he goes. It's a seam wide open. The 20. Touchdown LSU. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The run from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Quickly complete. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure. Obviously, the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him. So a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got him this time. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Motion from the wideout. Back to pass. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Caught behind the line. It's Green. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. Turning it on. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll run the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. It oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
That makes the score LSU 14, Oklahoma 0.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. At the 35, he's open. And he gets out of there, he gets some yardage, and gets down without taking any punishment. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on second down. Now improvising. The throw. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
LSU 14, Oklahoma 0.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got the first down and more. He's up to 81 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They've moved it into scoring territory, first and 10 from the 11. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball on the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough enough to pick up the first, and now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Snap to the back. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's up. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing. And
he's getting ahead of steam. Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there.
I'll tell you what, dude, in today's football, I'm not starting a team without a guy that can do that at the quarterback spot. You see it. He hits the gas, pulls it down quickly, and just goes. Whether he's reading something, whether he's throwing, he is always a threat to run the football. He completely changes the way you play defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Mateer. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that.
Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard, and now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown before this first half closes out.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He's got him still on his feet. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
A long way to go on 4th and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
He might want another play. Looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Back's looking for the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Buys a little time. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Anderson. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. Turning on the Jets. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, LSU.
And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking downfield very late in the half. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted, number 19. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the 2nd half. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Looking left. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. This quarterback, part of their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up 1st and goal from the 7. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella, continuing to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to him.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll do it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. On the move, it's Durham. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's Durham. There he goes! The 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. right down the middle. He makes the catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Sooners want to move quickly. Using his feet, able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Mateer. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. Touchdown LSU! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he can be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Might be calling a hot route. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Puts it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Floating away. He'll turn and throw back right. A dangerous idea.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Mateer. unloads it left. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Sooners look to keep this drive humming.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play, guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
He's got it. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes.
Wide open space. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Brings up that's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, LSU 28, Oklahoma 14.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown Sooner! Fit it in the window for the score.
And this offense comes through, and they needed to. They need to chip into this lead because being down a couple possessions, they needed to score a touchdown right there. Palmer, he comes through, he delivers. More work to be done, though.
You just got to have it, right? Now if you're the offense, you're celebrating that touchdown. That was a huge play and a critical 4th down. But you're right, there's still work to be done. You've got to get back on the sideline. You've got to rally the guys and have a plan for the next time you come on the field to try and win this game.
He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. The toss sweep to the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the defense.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
On the direct snap, it's Berry. And the defense sniffs it out, and they're all over it. Down he goes. Couldn't even get the throw off on the trick play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Direct snap. It's Berry. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. No good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They go to the ground. They stripped it out. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Shakes off the defender. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number one. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. Wildcat to try to move the chains. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game.
By this offense, taking almost the clock, tying this football game, and now get that kicker loose, no pressure at all, go kick that thing through the uprights, and you get the big W.
Just an extra point away from taking the lead late. And he knocks through the pressure-filled extra point, and now see if they can hang on. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Now sliding to his left. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Moves around to clear up the vision. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. I'm sure they would have liked to have locked up a bowl trip much earlier in the season, but in this particular case, what does bowl eligibility mean for the offseason?
Well, it means 15 extra practices at the bowl game to develop young players. Getting to a bowl game helps your recruiting. It's going to help in the portal, and all of a sudden people are going to get a lot more excited for what's coming next season, David.
Yeah, and I think this squad, I don't think they're excited about the practices necessarily, but a lot of these seniors that have been around, man, they get another dance. They get a chance to play another football game, make some more memories with their boys, so this is a big win today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.